Right, well this is annoying because I tried to film this video on my computer, but the photo booth file was too long and it fucked up. So now I have to explain it to you on my phone all over again, and it won't sound authentic, but I'll try my best. Where to begin? Last night I made a mistake, but ultimately I think the mistake was the whole thing. It was laced in there. But essentially last night I did something with a girl that I'd been seeing for about a week that she had asked me not to do. Nothing crazy. I mean, it was like crazy, but not like hurtful, just intense, and it played my hand of me having feelings for her early doors, and she had emphasized from the start that that's not what she wanted, because she has just sort of gotten out of like a 5-year relationship about 2 months ago, and so she's been actually very clear and communicative about not wanting anything serious, and I feel ashamed that I didn't listen, and I also didn't respect my own boundaries, because I've been going into dating at the moment telling myself that I would like prioritize what I need over any sort of chemistry, and that I would take things slow and not be intense at the start, because intensity is really just insecurity masquerading as intimacy. Maybe that actually doesn't work. I just improv that. Well, I mean, it's just that it's not coming. Well, I think it is a genuine place. Like I obviously genuinely liked her, but I think my insecurity was in that I felt like I couldn't be totally honest with my feelings and express that verbally in a natural way, because I knew that it would end the relationship, because that's not what she wanted. And so I felt, I don't know, I felt confused. And yeah, I feel really disappointed in myself that I didn't end it on my own terms, and that it didn't end in this messy way. Because I feel like if I had said to her, even yesterday or today, that, hey, I can feel myself starting to catch feelings for you, and I know that's not what you want, so I think maybe we should stop what we're doing, and maybe in a year or 6 months we could reconnect and things might be different, and that would have been fine, I'm sure. And I wish I could have done that, but instead I was influenced, as I usually am, by the chemistry that we had, and I didn't listen to her about her boundaries and what she wanted. Instead, I listened to what I wanted, and the and I acted upon that. And I mean, I should have just, it's so annoying because I feel like I've let myself down, because, I am able to articulate my problems in, these situations. Like, I know what I'm doing wrong, and what I'm doing wrong is I'm not looking out for myself and what I want in a relationship, and I need to be able to listen to where they're at and be able to say no, and say, no, this is not what I'm looking for. But I get tricked by pretty girls and chemistry and good looks and intelligence, and she was really smart, and I was honestly impressed by how firmly she knew what she wanted. And it was like, I couldn't listen to the words she was saying. I could only listen to like her conviction about her own needs, and that was what impressed me, or like what I took away from it, which is fucking psychotic, I know, but I'm learning this lesson the hard way. And it's the second time in about a month that like a week-long fling has really fucking shattered me, because I do feel that I'm changing. I think in the past, anything I would get into would be either really rushed, because it wasn't about the person, it was about getting to a place of security, which was like a label or a relationship. And then once I was in that position, realizing that this isn't what I wanted, and then that made it hard, because I would have to like break up, or it would be me getting into something and then, I don't know, I think that was, sorry, that was the one thing. Or I'd find something that I really like, and then I'd go fully intense, and because I was afraid of losing it, and I felt like I knew what I wanted, so I just acted like a fucking psycho. And then that intensity would like ruin it, and I'd lose it. And with these two occasions, in this past month, both have just gotten out of relationships, and both haven't been ready for something serious. And both times I haven't listened to that, and I've thought about myself. Not thought about myself, because like I wasn't able to protect myself and say no. But also I just thought about what I wanted in the present, and not long term, which is someone that is ready to commit to me. And I'm learning that it's not good enough to talk about boundaries and communication and all this fucking jargon, because I know how to do it and I know what it looks like, but then I like betray myself when it gets emotional. Like I'm not good at being like emotionally rational and doing the right thing, because I get caught up, and I'm really giving of myself and open, and I have a lot of love to give, admittedly, and that is great. And I don't want to change that about myself, because I think that one day someone will really come to love it. But I think that I'm too ready to give of myself in order to like attain a relationship, and I need to learn how to like listen and observe if something is what I want. And I need to learn how to respect boundaries, especially like through action. Like, this is the second time that my actions have not matched my words in terms of boundaries that have been set for me, and both times it has radically fucked any sort of chance of anything happening, because I was selfish and I didn't listen, and I don't want to be that guy anymore. I want to be able to walk the walk, essentially, and do it properly. And so, yeah, this day has been fucked from the start. And I feel really lonely right now. And pretty tearful. And it's hard to, like, distract from it. And it's hard to not think about how easily she was able to, like, let me go. That made me feel really vulnerable. Because I realized, it became so obvious that she meant everything that she said, that she didn't want something casual, and that anything other than that, she wasn't gonna stand for. And so, yeah. So I'm learning, for sure. And the learning fucking hurts. And I do hope that, this is just like wishful thinking at this point. It's probably unhealthy to hope for anything. And yeah, I need to learn how to not be so intense. I keep saying it, but that intensity is coming from a place of insecurity, and that's not healthy, and I don't want to do that anymore. I need to be secure in myself enough that I can bring myself, but in a way that is not detached, but just comfortable with things like dating, and not immediately seeking the most intense form of intimacy, and I think that self-control is something I want to work on. Yeah, just sitting in that nervous feeling in the early part of a relationship, that stuff makes me make mistakes, because I get nervous and I want to resolve those nerves into some kind of answer much too quickly. I'm talking like 4, 5, 6 day periods, and that is not sustainable. What I need is a slow burn, but all my fucking instincts tell me is to just like go supersonic. And it's really hard to break this pattern because it's happened so many fucking times, and I'm able to articulate it. And so the fact that I've like betrayed myself again is fucking devastating, to be honest. And the fact that I'm so comfortable with like talking the talk while knowing that I'm very, very new to walking the walk. And it just makes me feel arrogant and like disingenuous when I know I'm not. I mean, on my good days I'm confident, but yeah, I'm getting there. I'll get there. I just wish I could go back in time and do the right thing, because she was really great, and she didn't deserve that, and I didn't deserve that, and I shouldn't have pretended that like I was open to something casual, because I don't think I can do that. I'm too emotional and too, I don't know, I get attached. In my mind, I can hear myself holding on to the possibility of us working it out in time. But I think it's wishful thinking, and maybe it's immature. It's been like 15 hours since this happened, so I'm just like, I'm trying to vocalize everything and think it all through and learn what I can, and I don't know, I can only try my best here. I get swept up in my emotions so often, and I think it's a very human thing to do, but I don't know, I just want to be more mature and grounded in myself and what I need. So I'm gonna start like recording this kind of stuff over the months and years, just to see where I get to, and hopefully keep myself in check and remind myself of mistakes that I've made and where I want to get to, you know, the kind of guy who like whose actions match their words, and the kind of guy who respects himself enough to say no, and yeah, the kind of guy who listens and respects what he hears as opposed to what he feels, and a guy that is open and loving and giving of himself, but not to the detriment of his own well-being. And someone that is okay to sit in the discomfort of the early portion of relationship and doesn't act out on selfish and insecure instincts. I'm the kind of guy who doesn't pressure anything, because I feel like I pressured her and made her feel pressured, and I really fucking regret that, because I thought that I could mask over what she was feeling from her breakup, and I thought that the amount that I could love or give of myself would change the fact that she is still healing. And I know now that that's not something that I ever have the power to do, not with her, not with anyone, and that's a big lesson for me. Yeah, we'll see where I get to.